Get away from that camera. Oh, sleepy eyes. Could this be the first morning of Scottish sun? It's getting close to 7 days. Sorry, we've had to get out of bed quick this morning because it got suddenly so hot in there in all our thermal gear that we had to rush out of the bed. Oh, look at that, blue skies all the way round. That's a big bit of cloud over there, mind you. That could be this afternoon for us. Oh, I hope not. I hope this is actually signs of the first summer day in Scotland that we've had.
And can you trust that you won't blow away in the wind?
I'm so happy I'm filming even though I feel my eyes are sleepy. But what a place to wake up. Sheep have left us. Probably won't please the seals. They'll be finding it a bit warm today, but it pleases us. Sun in my eyes. Never thought I'd have the sun in my eyes, Michelle. We're having to crack into one of the water bladders this morning. Water's the biggest problem on these walks. It's not a big problem, but it's the constant. You have to keep finding places to get water. But so far, no. There's been very little sort of fresh spring water. But we stop in houses. We ask people for water. Let's get these coffees made. Don't waste a drop. Welcome to Steve's kitchen.
And what are you making today, Steve?
I am making bachelor smash and Prince's sardines in sunflower oil. So first you take the bachelor smash and put it into your bowl. Then you add boiling water, about 300 mils of boiling water, and top it up with sardines. There you go. It may not be pretty, but it's good fuel for our walking this morning. Plus it gives us some extra liquid. So, you can follow this recipe. The full ingredients will be listed below. It's like wallpaper paste. It is the first time we've ever had smash. And this was a recommendation of another walker that we met en route called Ben. Thank you, Ben. I think I might have overdone it. There's the light and fluffy mashed potato. Oh, I've got oil coming out all over now, Michelle. Greasy. What oil is it?
Sunflower.
Sunflower oil. So we both have a little bit of sunflower oil. Waste not, want not. We're just going to decorate that with a couple of beautiful sardines. Or pilchards, there we go. There you have it, sardines and mashed potato a la Steve's kitchen. Oh, I'm all greasy.
Tastes like potato.
And I put a bit of black pepper, cracked black pepper, and a little extra salt on mine. We sit here, I think that's called a cairn or something up there, I'm too tired to walk up there and look. Well, I'm not too tired, but I don't want to start the day with a walk. Goodbye, lovely spot. We're going to go up and take a look at this. I think it's called a cairn, I'm not sure. But we're going to take you up there. Because we're fools. And we might actually go a little way along on the road again today. It looks lovely and beautiful, but it's rugged and hard walking.
You find it a bit easier on the road, I think, don't you?
A bit, I want that up.
Oh, sorry.
When it's down, I can't.
Can't
Got to
see.
keep looking up to see. So it might look a bit silly, but yeah, there's 6 of one, half a dozen the other.
We haven't decided yet. I don't think we've done long enough yet, have we?
Whole walk's not quite what we expected, is it? I know what we expected, but it wasn't this. Still,
Onwards.
onwards. We're not doing it for our health. Oh no, we are.
We are doing it for our health. We're not doing it for anything else.
Way to start a day
Whose idea
with a
was
climb. Cyclist just went by.
Oh.
Could be Ben. No, she hasn't gone by this way. Which way was she coming from?
No,
She hasn't
way.
gone past.
So she's that way still.
It's a guy from Lancashire who's
Lives in the borders.
lives in the borders, heading down to meet his wife on the trail.
Going first.
So we've got to go over. Not sure what the best way round. Probably this way and get more leverage. Yep, that's all right. Probably brake with this weight on it.
They've not made these for little people.
No, they haven't made them for little legs, Michelle.
Oh dear.
Ah, you've
No,
got it.
I can do it.
You've got plenty to hang on to.
Yep. Oh, that one, not that one though.
All this. Whoa,
You alright?
something stuck in my leg. All this so you can see that up there, because I don't care about it. Just for you lot. Say thank you in the comments.
Yes,
Join us
say
on.
Thank you to me.
Yeah, join us on Patreon. Support us on Patreon or something. Send us a little coffee down in PayPal link down below. I'm such a beggar, but I'm bloody knackered.
I think we might be able to get in here. Oh no. Yes.
Yep, there's a way through.
Yes. See, that's what we needed back there. A little gate for me.
Why didn't they put a gate where we needed it? Still. Oh. Ah, it's not made for someone with a big backpack on. So, what is this? Well, you're going to learn. I think it's called a cairn, but I'm not sure. They're ancient houses. Ancient buildings. Let's go and find out. I think there's some writing up here. I've seen a lot of people last night reading about it. We'll find out together. Did Michelle get through? Yeah. You got your shoes on properly?
Yeah.
Come on.
I can't.
What is she like? What is she like? So let's go round it. So it's a sort of ancient roundhouse. There's actually built bricks on this side as well. And this would be like perhaps a little room off to the side. I don't think Michelle's going to want to step down there.
Oh, well, we've got to keep going.
It's a long step. We'll go the other way, shall we?
No, we'll be alright.
Just had a bright idea. Take our bloody packs off and have a look round. We don't need to carry the packs round here. Did you have that idea before us? Are we stupid or what? what on earth we were going to carry our packs all the way around here for. So, they're little rooms, what seems like little rooms coming off. This is probably downstairs toilet. And there's a plaque over here that people read. Now, I'll let Michelle have a read of it. But in the meantime, let's go inside. Oh, we could have camped here last night, Michelle. But there's lots of tourists rocking up all the time. So we've got two little entrances here. A big old stone lintel. Big thick walls. Look how thick these walls are. They've got to be maybe 5 or 6 feet deep. And there's a little room in there. Another big stone lintel. And a big, well, that'd be like a little storage room maybe for food. That'd be great for keeping your food cool. It's probably a bedroom, but I wouldn't have thought so. I'd say that's a place, a cool place to store your food. Oh, we're in the centre. Will you look at this stonework? Now, whether this has been redone with some mortar at some time, I'm not sure. I don't know if they would have used mortar. This would have been a great place to camp. Actually, no, it's not that even. They may have done it deliberately. Okay, so it's called a broch, inside the broch. Cairn Lathe and its outbuildings were probably altered many times over the centuries. It was excavated in Victorian times for the Duke of Sutherland. Unfortunately, due to the poor archaeology and techniques used, many questions remain about the site's development. The excavations did, however, reveal a wealth of finds, including steatite, or soapstone, cups, pottery, cairn stones, a comb, bronze plates and a silver brooch. We cannot be sure of which of these dates from the brooch building period and which are later. Many of the finds are now on display at Dunrobin Castle, which is the castle. Hello. Did you go upstairs?
I'm upstairs.
Look at the size of these stones. So whether or not... whether or not this is all original or not, I'm guessing a lot of it would have been.
Hikers down there.
We'll go all the way round for luck. That was our camping spot down there. So people that were up here were looking down. I can just see the little flat area where our tent was. And off there in the distance is, you can't really see it, but Dunrobin Castle. So it would have been quite a building, wouldn't it, up here with this view. Looking across this coastline many thousands of years ago, I believe. He had little feet, perhaps. Whee! Welcome to Cairn Lathe, maybe. They reckon this is what it was like, maybe. I'm not so sure. Brochs are among Scotland's most impressive prehistoric buildings. They are fascinating. When you think of Leicester, that's further up the coast there, and the history of that, from the Viking invaders to the Normans who came in eventually, the Sinclairs or Saint-Clair family would have come in and established Leicester. These are only just a few hundred, maybe 500-600 years ago, and these buildings here are many thousands of years. So these ancestors, the British ancestors, go back much further. They talk about them being up here and they have a name in Scotland, but these are all over the United Kingdom, Ireland, Wales, old buildings like this. It's quite amazing. I suspect the landscape would have been remarkably different in those days. Quite beautiful. So if you have any thoughts or comments, share them down below. Any information you want to put out there for people to read, for me to read even, I'd love to know. In the meantime, Michelle and I, we've got still about 1,000, probably still about 1,000 miles to walk. I'm hoping it's about 900, but I suspect it's still a bit more than that. So that's the cairn, and I might film a little bit of Dunrobin Castle, but we're still at the tough end of our walk, and we're both a bit out of energy today. I'm not sure why. I think we need to get some bananas or something, some fruit at the next town, because we're running short of everything.
They could make it just a little bit bigger.
Shell, you leaving your water there? How on earth that happened, I have no idea. But that's well and truly. Oh, you'll have to go. See, you never know what you might. They say leave nothing behind, but it's hard when behind keeps trying to nick it off you. We often toy with what to do when we're so close to the road. We can walk along the road, it'll be nice and flat, but I can see two big articulated lorries coming up there now, and those things are the things I hate most. So I think that's a sign, Michelle, that we stay on the coastal road. It'll be harder on the coastal road and longer on the coastal road, but a lot safer. Articulated lorry, rock, sand and quarry. I didn't film it, I should have done. Try to remember to film people, but that was a nice lad, again, English by his accent I would say, but he's thin as a rake and obviously a runner, and he stopped to have a chat with us, very friendly, and he was just saying people, not us, he said, don't like the wild campers, or they don't like all of the tourism that's coming up here because of, I suppose, because of the COVID, the lockdown, nobody's going overseas. So there's an inordinate amount of camper vans or RVs. Everybody's buying an RV and heading off up the NC 500 in their masses. And it's really starting to be too much of a burden. I think because this road is not really made, once they named it the NC 500, it's not really made for this number of RVs. So there's a lot of mess being left behind, which makes it hard for Michelle and I, who are doing something very unique. There's not a lot of people walking John O'Groats to Land's End who are doing it mindfully and being careful and leaving nothing behind. We're getting tarred with the same brush as all the idiots. And there aren't many idiots, but there are enough of them that we're getting tarred with their brush and treated disrespectfully at times. But as a rule, when we engage with people, they're always friendly and encouraging, which is nice. Now we're coming up to the most beautiful castle, almost like something out of a Disney. Oh, what's the castle in Disney? Almost a Disneyland type castle up ahead of us. I'm trying to think of a castle. Beauty and the Beast. And it's called Dun Robin Castle, which Michelle and I find very humorous because with a lot of wealthy landowners and families, I'll turn the camera so you can see it ahead of me. You probably won't be able to see it. It's got some lovely turrets. But a lot of these wealthy landowners in the UK did spend most of their life robbing people of their money and robbing the common people. So it's nothing to do with stopped stealing from people. It's just done robbing. And but it's funny because the name just makes me smile. It's as if the landowner had done stealing from the peasants and decided to build his own castle. You often see houses in the UK called Dunromin. People will name their houses here, and Dunromin was a common, I've stopped roaming, a name place for people who decide to retire and settle down. Well, this laird up here apparently had done robbing, though I suspect he had far from done robbing, because his ancestors will be sat in calf leather seats in the Houses of Lords, getting paid an inordinate amount of money for doing absolutely nothing. Argue the point all you like. It's not a fair world we're born into. Dunrobin Castle coming up. This is interesting. Looks like we're going through a bit of woodland. This will be the first woodland that we've been to on this walk so far. Maybe the odd trees and things, but this looks like proper deciduous woods. I'm guessing that slightly grander looking fence means we've entered the grounds of Dunrobin Castle. And these would be some hardy trees to be able to grow on this coastline. This is the first sunny day that we've had, and it's getting to midday now. It's the first sunny day we've had since we left John O'Groats, so it's so refreshing not to be blown and wet. It's quite lovely today. Now we've got an option here. Brora that way, Golspie that way, and Dunrobin up through the woods to the castle. Now Michelle and I, we're not tourists. This is a long walk, so we're not going to go up to the castle. We'll get some shots if we can from down here. But a lot of people are going to say to me, oh, you should call in and see this and call in and see that. But at the moment, for sure, while we're feeling still like we haven't fully gained our fitness, we don't want to be doing a mile here and there. It can add days onto the walk. So we're heading to Golspie, I think it's called, and we believe there's some shops there we can get some much needed provisions.
Oh, I like this part. If the path had been like this all the way, then we'd have had a fine walk.
Absolutely. This is certainly our best day of walking so far, and we've only just started it. But nice paths, good weather. What more could you want? I'm sure it'll change. I'm fearful of saying anything in case it changes in 5 minutes time. But it's good so far. Yes, I think a lot of people who write about, Michelle was just saying, should have put them in her words, but a lot of people that write about these walks are casual hikers, day walkers with small bags. The guy we met earlier whose wife was walking from Brora along this way, be surprised actually just how hard that route is. There's no real pathways at all, so it'll be pretty tough going. It's kind, people step out of the way. We just had a couple stepped out of the way, but it feels more fearful, like they're jumping out of the way because of the COVID. Good day. How are you?
easier this side of the wall.
Ooh. Look at this very beautiful cottage. At the bottom, just the turrets or the roofs, spires of Dunrobin Castle just above us. What a beautiful place. Well, if you can see, and there's a stone bench just here, what we can see now, how beautiful. That is Dunrobin Castle. Now I'm sure it would have been nice to wander around, but we're not going to be in wandering around castle mood on this walk. But how spectacular. We probably got the best view of it from here. It's absolutely gorgeous. You see all the people looking out this way, because that's the scene they want to see, which we can see pretty much the whole walk. But this is the money shot. This is the view I'd want to see. Absolutely beautiful. And I'm sure if you're up there you can go round and look inside the musty old castle, but you know. What are you just putting a little bit of
one of
lubricant?
The wheels is knackered, but I'll put some grease on it to keep it going for a bit longer.
Enjoy your day. It's a gorgeous day, by the way.
Lovely, isn't it?
At last. Don't know if you noticed there, he has to drive the tractor or the grass cutter up to the edge of the wall so he can access it and grease up the cutter. Just saying to Michelle, this is gorgeous today, but if it had been blowing a gale and windy and wet like it has been most of the walk down, we probably wouldn't have enjoyed this spot. You know, it's possible that the fact that we haven't really enjoyed the scenery or the walking so far in the several days we've walked is more down to the fact the weather has been appalling. And yeah, while we're really enjoying this coastal spot, it really is because of that. It's because of the weather and the wind not being so strong. Now I'm calling that as wheat. I could be wrong, but we had barley in the field the other day, which is a different sort of grass. We're cutting through a field of wheat now. But we're very near to our next village stop, which is good because we're really low on food and water. We're going to have a bit of a rest here and refuel, stock up. We met a lady with a dog who said cutting through the field may be a little bit quicker, so we're taking her advice. Out of the wheat field, through this little gate, into this charming looking little village of Golspie. Well, look, there's the sign. It's John O'Groats Trail, southbound. That's technically the trail we're on and off of most of the walk down from John O'Groats. Oh, I'm dry. I'm a heavy load to be going over these bridges, I feel. Oh, it's been tiring this morning. High Street. The trail's that way, yeah? Southbound. So we're going up to the High Street. We'll probably go back down to the trail to avoid the main road again But for now, we're looking for a shop. Dreaded A9. My least favourite road in Scotland. It's quite pretty here. Oh, if only all the A9 could be like this. I'd walk it in a flinch. But as you've seen from previous videos, it is not. It's like Goldsby Tor. It's up there.
Not climbing up to that.
We're not climbing up to that. Back with the sound of traffic though. We'll possibly only another couple of days walk if we get the miles done from being very close to Inverness. So we're going to push ourselves over the next couple of days. If the weather stays nice, we'll get more miles done. And if we can get to Inverness, then it goes on to the Great Glen Way, and we're told things get better. Which, you know, I can't complain. This morning's been...
Yeah, it's been good today.
It has
been a good day.
I've really shopped. Really overdone it. We've got... My pack is now about another foot taller. Got lots of stuff, about £40 worth of shopping. I just got carried away. I needed, you know, I wanted us to have plenty. Michelle's got water.
I've just filled up all the waters full as well from this, Sandra, the lady who lives
Sandra,
here.
this lovely lady here. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you. So, local ladies, help Michelle fill up the waters from her home. We've got a mass of food for today. That pack feels a lot heavier. I reckon we've got an extra 4 kilos of shopping on there. But anyway, we're going to get down to the waterfront, have a bit of a picnic. So, very reluctantly, we leave a town with a lot too much shopping in my backpack, a lot extra weight, and yeah, our bottles are all full, so we've got an extra 3 kilos of water on us, plus a whole bunch of shopping, £40 worth of, £36 worth of shopping.
And we've topped up on milk powder. That's always a big one, isn't it? Which we were running short of.
Yeah, we've got to find ourselves a place to stop for this evening, and then we'll probably sign off here and see you tomorrow, unless something exciting happens, which I much doubt. All right, see you in the next episode. There's a pretty forest, very beautiful. We could enjoy it, but we were looking for somewhere to camp for the night. And that forest ground looks a bit uneven, a lot uneven. It's really pretty.